Yeah. Welcome back to another episode of the End Zone. Thank you guys for joining us again here at the End Zone for another episode of Cowboy Talk. We're going to get into the Super Bowl. I'm your host, Jamel. I got Reg here with me, and we got a special guest as well. We have former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver JT Smith here with us. JT, please say hello to the folks. Give them a little background about yourself. We're glad to have you.
Hey, first of all, thank you guys for having me on. But I came out of University of North Texas, recruited by Joe Green and some of those guys. So I had some good teachers. Went to the Redskins, and then from there I went to Kansas City, and then from there to St. Louis, and then we moved to Arizona.
Nice. Yeah, thank you for that. The Super Bowl winning Kansas City Chiefs. And so, yeah, it's awesome to have you here with us on this episode. And we're going to get right into it. But actually, before we do that, though, I'm just going to please remind everybody to please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Please also push your notifications on to the channel so that you are aware when we go live with our live shows. We want to continue to bring you guys great content. So, fellas, let's get right into it. Let's have some fun. Let's just talk about the Super Bowl, Super Bowl 58. Kansas City pulled it out in a great game. Reggie, I'm gonna start with you. Give me your reactions, how you felt about the game, how you felt the game went, your immediate reactions into this, into that. It was a great game.
I think it was a real good game. I mean, the first half was slow, but it picked up second half. Um, just observing some things that it was a lot of momentum shifts. I didn't think that it would be that many turnovers like it was from both teams in the Super Bowl, but that played a big factor in the game, and a lot of coaching strategy going against each other, defensive, offensive. But overall, one of the probably the best, one of the top 5 Super Bowls that I've seen since I've been living. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it came down to the end. We got extra innings. We got a little overtime in there. And hey, Mahomes worked his magic. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
Yeah, no, definitely. I got it up there as one of the greatest as well. It was an awesome game. Uh, On to you, JT. I know you was feeling good on that Sunday with the game. How how you thought your Kansas City Chiefs played that game?
Well, first of all, I kind of got mad at them when I was going to change teams because I didn't get my Super Bowl ticket this year. So I was going to 49ers, but the way the game was going, it's San Francisco got a good running game, but once you got after the second half, then the coaches made their adjustments, and that was the biggest thing in it because Kansas City always come from behind. Pretty much the last 3 or 4 games, they came from behind, so they didn't. 49ers didn't prepare for that, and there was a lot of turnovers, like Reggie was saying.
Hmm. Yeah, you could definitely see um, what Andy Reid means to this team, the culture of the team. How you feel about Andy Reid, JT, in regards
He's
to
a,
the history of the game?
he's a good player coach, and if you get a coach like that, you feel privileged, and you'll go out and play harder for him than one of the other coaches. And his background, he's a player coach, and the players love him. So you can't do anything about that.
Yeah, yeah. Would you, how you felt about that incident between him and Kelsey?
I thought that was disrespectful, and something should have been done about it. Um, I think he had the spirit on him or something. So that's something you cannot do to a head coach, and it caught him off guard and he almost fell. So
Yeah.
I think that needs to be something needs to be done about that.
Hmm. The going over to 49ers, Reggie. Any reactions to to me? It was like a tough way to lose. I thought they played really well for as a team, and to lose that way in overtime, man, that was tough.
I don't want to get deep into calling out people because I've been watching football. JT has seen more than me, but to me, Shanahan in the second half went away from the game plan. Those first 3 or 4 series they had the ball in the second half, they didn't even run the ball. And McCaffrey was out the he wasn't even in the game plan. And I think that's what that kind of let Kansas City stay in the game because they didn't run the ball or try to run the ball. They was throwing it, and Kansas City was rushing, and they were getting to Purdy to rushing, and next thing you know, you get that muff punt, and that shifted the momentum. But I don't want to say Shanahan lost the game, but he didn't. I feel he should have been a better coach since he's been there before. And the situation is situational. Now people are talking about they didn't. He might have knew the rules, but they saying that some of the players didn't know the rules of overtime. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't be in
Yeah,
question. At that level. You know.
yeah, definitely. I was a little confused on how they didn't know the rules of overtime, because isn't the rules in overtime the same as in the regular season? Is it a difference in the playoffs?
No, it's the same.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was a difference. They explained it to you, and the coaches just explain to their players, you know. I mean, that I agree with Reggie. Shanahan went away from his game plan. The running game was beating the Chiefs, keep Mahomes out the field. And when
Yeah.
they went away from that took his game plan, took him out of his game plan, and now you don't have no choice but try to throw the ball.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In your rookie quarterback, even though he did okay, but still he made a few mistakes. So and that's normal.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, he kept him in the game with his play, and I totally agree with you. I wrote a note that seemed like Shanahan got away from the run as well, like you guys said. Um, but then also the defense of San Francisco, they played well throughout the game, and I don't know if it was just Mahomes' great play, but it seems as if they in the overtime they got wore down, because he wasn't running pretty much the whole game until those last 2 drives. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like,
right.
and then it seemed like they wore down at towards the end, and 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 they got, you know, and that's what I went with Kansas City, because I said Andy Reid is going to out coach this guy, and like I said, it was a tough game. It was very close, and I give none respect but to 49ers, because what a way to lose, man. And it's like almost they had that game. So yeah, man.
You
I
know, I
don't think.
mean,
Go ahead,
go ahead,
Jamie.
Rick. No, I was just saying because they didn't rest their players, the big guys. Once they got them going, they didn't rest them like the Chiefs' big player. And at the end of the game, that's when the conditioning played a big part in it, and they looked like they was in better shape early. 49ers running the ball, that was power, and they were just blowing KC out. So once they was on the field quite a bit too. So uh, that they have to kind of change those guys in and out and get them off the field because that's a lot of weight.
That's a good point. That's a good point. What do you guys? I'm gonna transition to Kansas City's defense. What do you guys make of the defensive coordinator Spagnolia. I may say his name, Spagnola.
Spagnola.
what, what do you
Spagnola.
guys think of? Is it
Spagnola.
Spagnola? Okay,
Spagnola.
Spagnola. Yeah, Steve Spagnola. Yeah, what a great job he did.
He did a good
Well,
job. I mean, the point was is he made adjustments, and that was the main thing, the adjustments in the second half. And I didn't really see 49ers make any changes. Plus, they had two critical injuries on defense and one on offense. So that played a big part in their offense also.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and I think like JT said, the adjustments. Magnola's been in big time games. He's the coordinator that beat Brady when he was with the Giants, and then he won the Super Bowl with Kansas City being the defensive coordinator. I just didn't see. That's why I have a hard time when people say Shanahan is this great offensive guru. That is your time to shine to me. If you say you the offensive wizard, Andy Reid showed he's an offensive wizard when it's time the lights are on. Shanahan just ain't showed me. He didn't show me when the Patriots came back on Atlanta. He didn't show me when they played the Chiefs the other time, and he didn't show me this time. That's where it frustrates me with. Yeah, he gets them there, but he can't get over the hump. If you that special guy with that guru can come up with these plays, get it to your ball, get it to your playmakers. He didn't do it. He
Mm-hmm.
didn't do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's almost like his wizardry in calling plays almost kind of got in his way late in the game. Um, yeah, but they're gonna be back, man. As a Cowboy fan, I think that they're the bar. They're the team we're gonna have to beat to get where we want to go. So I see you looking. I see you looking sideways, Reggie.
I don't think that their window, they gonna have to pay a lot of people with the salary cap. I'm not saying the Cowboys are gonna do anything, but I'm just saying San Francisco, their window is closing very, very fast because of the salary cap how it is. They have to pay, I think, two of those linebackers. They got one more year with Purdy, you know what I'm saying? And McCaffrey's gonna come up. I mean, you got a couple of them offensive linemen coming up. It's gonna be hard to keep them guys together. You're gonna have to spend some money.
Yeah, they
I
seem
think
to
they
always
got.
find a way.
I think they're
Go ahead,
gonna
Reggie.
go ahead and give Purdy some money. Being that the last 2 years, so
Yeah,
they'll find a way to get a quarterback some money. Trust
yeah,
me.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And retool. They'll find a way to retool if anybody leave. They do they pretty much do pretty well in the draft. I mean, you finding guys like Fred Warner in the third, fourth round. This guy's possibly probably the best linebacker in the league.
yeah.
So yeah, they
Yep,
you
he
know
is.
yeah they're gonna be tough. We gotta as a Cowboy fan, we got some work to do against these 49ers. That's the one team that out of all the teams, all the rivalries, that's the one that's on the top of the list for me as far as rivalries. I can deal with a Giants loss, even the Eagles, but a loss to the Niners just hurts. So. But
I
yeah,
couldn't deal with a Eagles loss. Not cannot Eagles and those. Oh no, that's in your division. Oh no, we got problems.
nah, man. But you remember that the Eagles wasn't all that well. They wasn't that good. You know, they had good teams, but we always dominated them until recently, until like McNabb era started. Uh, so they're the team I was like, it's a rivalry, but it's not. But San Fran, that's historical. It's
Yeah.
yeah. So that's why I come with that. It's like, long as long as they didn't get number 6 before before we did. I told my boy that, hey, long as y'all don't get 6 before we do, I'm okay.
Well, that's right. So neither one of y'all got 6. So
No.
well, right now we got 4 out of 5. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's that's real good. Four Super Bowls in the last 5 years, correct?
You're correct. Yeah.
Who? Kansas City?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, three Super Bowls.
They got 3. Yeah, you're right. And they got the
Three.
first,
Come
they
on,
won the first one. So they
come
got
on, now.
4
Come on.
altogether.
Yeah, come on, y'all.
Well, I'm adding next year.
Oh, okay, okay.
No, what I was saying, they've been to 4 Super Bowls in the last 5 years.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
but you can't count nothing unless you win.
Well, they just won back to
That's
back.
what I just
So
said. I gave you your prop, JT. You
hey,
got a friend.
what have you done for me lately? You
You
know.
right. You right.
Yeah, sure.
Definitely right.
As Cowboy fans, we wondering right now. They haven't done anything. But all right, fellas, that was a convo about Super Bowl 58. I agree with you, Reggie. That was and probably up there, top Super Bowl of all time. Um, what else? Actually, what else can we talk about the Super Bowl? What y'all thought about the performance? Usher. They were saying that was top all time. I was like, no.
It was so. He had some good, but he also had some problems with the mic. And but I mean, it went old school, and it was all right. It wasn't that much. He's better than that.
Yeah,
Mike thought.
yeah.
I'm not a big halftime guy. I don't care who comes out there. It don't. I'm watching the game. I watch it, but it really doesn't matter to me.
No doubt, no doubt. I did appreciate the HBCU band. I think it was the Kappas on there. They
Oh,
was doing like,
Jackson State University.
yeah,
Yeah.
Jackson State. Yeah, I appreciate
Out of
that
Jackson, Mississippi. Yeah.
and bringing that element into that.
Yeah, that's my hometown band. Hometown.
Oh, uh-oh,
Yeah.
uh-oh.
You watched that, didn't
I like when I grew up, but I didn't go to college there. Yeah. Hey, I was impressed. He picked him. I was impressed.
Awesome. All right, so
Yeah.
let's transition. Let's transition to another topic. Something a little different from what we usually do here on this show. We're gonna have a little debate. Let's talk about your top 5 wide receivers of all time. I'm gonna start with JT on this subject. Being a former wide receiver in the league, give me your top 5 wide receivers of all time.
Well, right off the top, I know, I said Jerry Rice, Larry Fitzgerald, I know them, and I know they did a wonderful job. And I think Mike Irvin did real well, Roy Green. And then I'm gonna put myself on the bottom. They ain't got a Super Bowl or anything, but hey, 13 years, I'm gonna take it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Number
So
5. So you number 5.
Yeah, I give them they respect, and they do.
What was that? Who was that third name you said after? I think you
Roy
said
Green,
Roy
Mike
Green.
Irvin, Roy Green,
Yeah,
and Mike Irvin.
Roy Green. Roy
Yeah.
Green. Give me a little background on Roy Green. That name is not ringing a bell for me.
Well, he was drafted with St. Louis, and he came in as a DB. Was a two-way, and he just put up some great numbers both ways. So he's big in the Cardinal organization. Had a couple of Pro
Gotcha.
Bowls, and but he gave a lot to the game.
Gotcha. What years did he play?
Uh, he would think he retired in '94. So
Gotcha.
85, 83 to about 94. So
Gotcha. All right. That name ring a bell to you, Roy Green, Reggie?
Yeah, I was calling. Yeah, I seen him play Roy Green. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, Cardinals. Yeah,
Jet Stream, they call him.
yeah. I remember the day.
All right. All right. So Reggie, let me get and go over to you. Let me give me your top five. Who you got?
Top five. Got to say my homeboy Jerry Rice from Mississippi. I got Randy Moss because I just look. He was a freak. He went off. Uh, he played with a couple of bad teams. I think that hurt him for a couple of years. Third, Larry Fitzgerald. Did a little history on him. Larry Fitzgerald is second in the league with the most yardage. I had to do that. And touchdown. And then fourth, I said Terrell Owens. And fifth, I said Calvin Johnson.
Megatron.
Yep.
Man, your list is identical to mine, man. You stole my list.
No, I
It
ain't
ain't
still
we
list.
we got to rank different, but I got Rice, Moss. I think you had Moss second. I had T.O.
Oh, you got
You
T.O.
had I had T.O. third instead of Fitzgerald. I think you had Fitzgerald third. I got Megatron at 4, and I got Fitzgerald at 5. And I was doing some research on Fitzgerald because I was going back and forth between Fitzgerald and Chris Carter. And I was looking at the numbers, and but what drove me over the top was Fitzgerald was 6'3", 215.
Yeah.
And he was a
Running like
beast. What was a beast?
like he was playing to be that big. He was playing fast.
Yeah.
So,
And I just did a little homework too. Out of that, out of the Fitzgerald, he played with one team. Rice didn't play with San Francisco the whole time. Moss didn't play with Minnesota the whole time. T.O. didn't play with San Francisco. Megatron retired after 9 years. And that's a hard thing to do, play 17 years with one team. He played
Yep,
17 years.
with the Cardinals,
Yep.
and he calls me and my wife mom and pops. Real respectful, good kid.
Yeah.
So oh yeah.
Yeah. Very classy guy.
Yes.
yeah, definitely from what we see, what I see from far, always uh you could see like he was mentored well, and that's I was like, oh man, the mentor and the mentee, because Chris Carter was his guy. So, um, man, like, yeah, I looked at those numbers too from him, and I was like, man, he's kind of slept on in
Yeah.
regards to
Yeah.
how
Way
how
out
much
there
of a yeah
way
how
out
much
there
of
on
a
the
beast he
West
was.
Coast. You know what I'm saying? And Cardinals,
Hmm.
they weren't winning. Like they got a couple times up there, but they ain't winning. And then they're not on TV all the time.
Right, right.
So
Wow.
I got a question for you, JT. I was
Okay.
doing some. What you think now? It's some guys. They said overall, I was doing some history. Overall, wide receivers, and I did this history, and I was going that Steve Lartry. He was a hell of a guy. He was a hell of a guy for Seattle. Steve Lartry.
Yeah, I remember Steve. I played against Steve.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean he ran some precision routes. He wasn't going to outrun you.
yeah,
He's gonna be open. He's gonna catch the ball. He was a handful, and
yeah,
he was tough to cover.
yeah,
But he was like you said, he was a heck of a receiver.
yeah,
Hmm. Another name that we threw around that people probably don't also talk about as much as being a top 5, top 10 type of guy. What about Chad Ochocinco with his route running?
Chad to me was so. He was all right to me, but he was so. I mean, he was showboating more than he was catching. You know, if you're gonna catch a lot of balls, you can do that. And he caught a lot of balls, but he went over the top, and and then you just heard the comment when he tried to go and coach with Dion. Dion said, "No, no, you can't come coach with me. You ain't gonna come to coach. You ain't gonna come to practice."
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Man. Oh man. Well, any more to add to this topic, Reggie?
No, I was just looking at it. I mean, I think Larry Fitzgerald, the next guy, go wide receiver going in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he's gonna be a first ballot.
Oh yeah, he's first ballot for sure.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know another guy that when I was doing my research, and I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame yet. I'm pretty sure he's not.
Who?
What's going on with Marvin Harrison?
Yeah, he's in the Hall of Fame.
He's in there?
Yeah, Marvin Harrison in the Hall of Fame. I watched the Hall of Fame when he got inducted.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, Reggie Wayne's not in there.
Maybe I'm getting okay.
Yeah.
Marvin
But no,
Harrison.
Marvin was a good receiver.
Yeah, Marvin Harrison's in there.
Yeah, he was he was a cold piece. So
Yeah.
you gotta give it to him.
He was a route runner too.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Small guy as well.
Yeah, 6 foot, they say.
Mm-hmm. He got his son coming right behind him.
Yeah.
You're gonna be in this year draft. Yeah. Well, anything to add, JT?
No, that's pretty much it. You know, it was some great receivers in the old days. You know, we got a few good ones coming. You know, in this class, but they just can't take them hits like we took back in the day. You
Yeah.
know, so the game has changed so much. You know, even the Pro Bowl, you got flag football. Really? Come on now. No, that's not football.
Yeah. You said in this game you won't have a problem going over the middle, huh, JT?
Hey, I might just be limping across there. It ain't gonna hit me because it's a penalty.
Right. Yep. Where was your favorite route?
Oh, I mean, I was a get open first down receiver. They know where it was coming third down.
Okay.
You know that they know where it was coming. It didn't matter. That was my challenge. That kept me in the league. You know, for long and punt return. You know, so uh, I can't complain. Hey, I was blessed. You know, all pro 5 times, and 2 Pro Bowls. Uh, hey, as a free agent, I wouldn't change a thing.
Hey, that's all right.
Nah, thank you for your time in the NFL. Thank you for joining us here today. It's truly an honor to meet you, and yeah, we're gonna do this again. We're gonna talk again, learn more about you, JT, and yeah, man, continue to stay blessed, and all the best to you.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you guys for having me on.
Appreciate you, JT.
All right, take care.
Take care.